25 years ago, when I moved to Fort Worth from Dallas, I did so for some of the very reasons that you've seen in the video shots before. Fort Worth is one of the most beautiful places that God put on this earth, and 25 years ago, this is where I knew I wanted to live. There are a number of things happening this election cycle that are creating problems for the residents of the city of Fort Worth. One, obviously, is that we've done a very poor job in budgeting, with a $50 million shortfall in our 2009-2010 budget, and then a projected $400 million budget shortfall for the next 5 years creates some very unique opportunities, if you will, for bringing our city forward into the next decade. I would like to see the Ethics Review Committee reestablished for the city of Fort Worth. We have entirely too many people in elected positions in the city who are making a great deal of money off of the gas drilling and are not putting back into the community the responsiveness and the responsibility that a heavy industrial use brings to our communities. You're about to see some video of a compressor station and a drilling facility that was established in the city of Fort Worth illegally. It is illegal today under the new gas drilling ordinance, and it was illegal when it was established under the old ordinance. These facilities are in the wrong zoning district, and even the vote on May 3rd of City Council will now allow what you're looking at in residential districts, almost identical to what you're looking at today.
What you're listening to in the background is one natural gas compressor running. This facility has about 5 of them, and the other day I came by here and all 5 were operating. The noise was so intense that you could not hear the traffic on East Rosedale. Just listen to the background noise and then multiply it times 5, and that's what we will end up with in neighborhoods and neighborhood commercial areas.
We're looking at another drill site that was illegally permitted by the city staff. When we brought this to the attention of Mayor Moncrief and the council members, they completely ignored our concerns that this was in fact a high-impact well and was not permitted as such. Our city leadership simply did not think that a nightclub, a 7-Eleven, and an Army-Navy store were important enough to stop the drilling on this site, although it was in fact a protected use at the time. I think once again it simply demonstrates that our city council, and in many ways our city staff, is out of touch with the needs of the citizens of Fort Worth. Our safety must be paramount as we move forward with drilling in the Barnett Shale. The video that you've been watching is just a classic example of what I believe is a Fort Worth leadership and city council that is out of control. We have allowed one special group of industry officials to control almost everything that we do in this city. Gas drilling and production is the only heavy industrial activity that is allowed now in any zoning district. Another area of concern is the Trinity Uptown. Far too often our elected officials have led us to believe that the Trinity Uptown is a part of the Trinity River Vision. It was never a part of the Trinity River Vision, which I support. If elected mayor, I promise the citizens of Fort Worth a public vote no later than November of 2009 on the entire Trinity Uptown project and how much money you would like to spend on that project. Far too often the voters are left out of important decisions where millions and millions of dollars are spent on these special development projects without even asking the citizens. We ask you when we want to spend money to fix our streets, but we don't ask you when we want to spend money for Trinity Uptown development or any other development, and that is basically wrong. I would also like to see a public vote on term limits for city council and I would like to see a public vote on any expenditures exceeding $100 million for any development project, no matter where it is or how much it costs. I'm running for the mayor of Fort Worth again this year because I believe that I can make a difference in a leadership role by bringing some facilitation to being able to move our city forward with the budget, making gas drilling a great deal more responsive and responsible to both the mineral owner and to the surface owner. Some of the earlier video shots that you've seen of the gas drilling simply indicates that we're not doing a very good job of taking an industry and controlling it so that it brings responsibility to the citizens who live here to maintain, one, our quality of life in neighborhoods above all else. If elected mayor of Fort Worth, I would bring back neighborhood meetings on at least a quarterly basis of the entire city council. Only by meeting with the people and hearing what is of major concern to the residents can we fix the problems of this city. We have to get the citizens involved in the process of running this city instead of constantly leaving them on the outside. And finally, I would like the citizens of Fort Worth to know that if I'm elected mayor, I will make every single year the year of the neighborhood. No more rhetoric, no more cheap talk. Every year will be the year of the neighborhood. We will make neighborhoods more involved in the process of governing this city and in the process of deciding where our money is spent. So I ask for your support leading up to the election on May 9th. Early voting starts April 27th, and I would certainly appreciate your support for my candidacy and for the city of Fort Worth. Thank you very much.